The world of baseball never ceases to amaze us. Just when fans think they have seen it all, the game produces moments of pure magic, records that redefine history, and players who rise above expectations. This week, two sluggers, Cal Raleigh and Kyle Schwarber, stepped into that spotlight, creating unforgettable memories and cementing their names in Major League Baseball's story. Cal Raleigh, the Seattle Mariners' power-hitting catcher, has been on an incredible journey. For years, Mariners fans have looked to him not only as a reliable defender behind the plate but also as a hitter who can completely change the momentum of a game with one swing of the bat. His ability to handle pitching staffs, block tough balls in the dirt, and still deliver offensive power makes him one of the most valuable players in the league right now. On the other hand, Kyle Schwarber, the Philadelphia Phillies slugger, has built a reputation as one of baseball's pure home run machines. Year after year, he proves that he doesn't just hit baseballs, he demolishes them. From the moment he connects, fans know the ball is gone. Schwarber's left-handed power swing has become a nightmare for pitchers, especially in high-pressure games when the Phillies need him most. This week was particularly special because both Raleigh and Schwarber achieved milestones that will be remembered for decades. These aren't just ordinary highlights, these are moments that fans will tell their kids about. Mariners and Phillies supporters already know just how rare these accomplishments are. For Cal Raleigh, the moment came as he smashed his 100th career home run. Becoming a catcher with that kind of power doesn't happen often. The history of Major League Baseball has only a handful of catchers who reached triple-digit homers this quickly, and Raleigh now joins that elite group. It's an accomplishment that speaks volumes about his consistency, his growth, and the way he's embraced his role as a leader on the Mariners. Fans inside the ballpark could feel the electricity when Raleigh connected. The crack of the bat echoed, the ball soared deep into the night sky, and the crowd rose to its feet. There was no doubt from the moment it left his bat that it was gone. Mariners teammates poured out of the dugout, clapping and cheering, because they knew just how significant this milestone was. For Kyle Schwarber, the moment was equally dramatic. He launched his 300th career home run, becoming one of the fastest players in history to reach that number. It's hard to overstate how incredible that is. Think about all the legends of the game, all the players who built their careers on hitting the long ball. Schwarber's name now sits right beside them. Schwarber's journey to this point has been nothing short of inspiring. Drafted as a catcher, he battled injuries, position changes, and constant questions about whether he could sustain his career at the highest level. But every time people doubted him, he responded with towering home runs that silenced critics. His determination, combined with his raw strength, has made him one of the most feared hitters of his generation. The Phillies fans celebrated his milestone in true Philadelphia fashion, loud, passionate, and filled with pride. The ballpark erupted as Schwarber circled the bases, pointing to the sky and acknowledging the moment. His teammates greeted him with hugs and playful slaps on the helmet, a sign of how respected and admired he is in that clubhouse. When we put these two achievements side by side, Raleigh's 100th and Schwarber's 300th, it becomes clear that baseball is witnessing a special era for sluggers. Two different players, two different career paths, but both leaving lasting marks on the game. And the timing of both milestones in the same week adds to the drama, almost as if baseball wanted to remind us just how thrilling this sport can be. Raleigh's milestone carries extra weight because he's not just a power hitter, he's a catcher. Catchers are known for their defense, for calling games, for guiding pitchers through tough innings. To also produce elite power numbers while carrying that responsibility is incredibly rare. It speaks to his discipline, his strength, and his relentless work ethic. For Schwarber, the achievement cements his status as one of the premier home run hitters of the modern era. Reaching 300 homers isn't just about raw power, it's about consistency, staying healthy, and delivering season after season. Schwarber has battled through injuries and slumps, but he always found his way back with the same thunderous swing that fans have come to love. Baseball history is filled with milestones, but some stand out more than others. Fans will always remember where they were when Cal Raleigh launched that ball into the stands, or when Kyle Schwarber crushed number 300. These moments give fans goosebumps, they inspire young players, and they connect generations of baseball lovers. The Mariners clubhouse after Raleigh's homer was a scene of joy. Teammates showered him with congratulations, reporters asked endless questions, and fans flooded social media with clips of the swing. Mariners fans, who have longed for sustained success, saw in Raleigh's milestone a symbol of hope and a reminder that their team is building something special. For Phillies fans, Schwarber's accomplishment was celebrated with the same intensity that defines their city. Philadelphia has always been known for its passionate, sometimes fiery fan base, and Schwarber has embraced that. His powerful bat has become a central part of the Phillies' identity, and the milestone only deepened the connection between him and the city. It's also worth noting how these milestones influence teammates. Younger Mariners players look up to Raleigh as proof that dedication pays off. Watching him grind day in and day out, then seeing him rewarded with a place in the record books, motivates the entire roster. For the Phillies, Schwarber's consistency sets a standard. Teammates know that when the big slugger steps up to the plate, anything can happen, and that belief lifts the whole team's confidence. Another fascinating layer is the historical comparisons. For Raleigh, reaching 100 homers as a catcher puts him in conversations with names like Mike Piazza and Jorge Posada, catchers who redefined what the position could mean offensively. For Schwarber, the 300-homer club puts him alongside sluggers like Jim Thome and David Ortiz, names that every baseball fan reveres. Baseball thrives on these connections across generations. Fans can debate endlessly about who was better, who was faster to a milestone, and what it means for the future. These conversations keep the sport alive not just during games, but every day in barbershops, workplaces, and family gatherings. The emotional side of these achievements also cannot be ignored. For Raleigh, the milestone is a reward for years of unseen hard work, the long hours in the batting cage, the off-season conditioning, the endless studying of pitchers. For Schwarber, it's validation of his resilience, proof that every obstacle he faced only made him stronger. Both players also show us something important about leadership. Raleigh's calm presence behind the plate has steadied the Mariners' pitching staff, while Schwarber's fiery personality has energized the Phillies lineup. Milestones like these remind us that baseball is not just about numbers, it's about the human stories behind those numbers. For the fans, milestones like Raleigh's 100th and Schwarber's 300th create memories that last forever. A father at the ballpark with his son will tell the story years later, "I was there when Cal Raleigh hit his 100th home run." A group of friends in Philadelphia will reminisce about the night Schwarber smashed number 300 and how the entire stadium shook with excitement. Social media exploded after both events. Fans clipped the highlights, debated the significance, and flooded timelines with admiration. It's moments like these that remind us why baseball continues to thrive in the digital age, because history is always being made, and fans want to share it instantly. From a broader perspective, these milestones are also important for the game itself. Young players watching from high school fields or college dugouts see Raleigh and Schwarber as proof that dreams can become reality. They remind kids that with enough dedication, they too can carve their names into the game's history. There's also the economic side. Milestones increase player value, boost team merchandise sales, and attract more fans to the ballpark. Jerseys with Raleigh or Schwarber on the back suddenly become must-have items, and highlight reels bring new attention to the Mariners and Phillies alike. The media coverage has been extensive, as expected. Baseball writers love these kinds of stories, two sluggers hitting historic milestones in the same week. It makes for perfect headlines, it drives debates on talk shows, and it fills columns with reflections on what these players mean to the game. In Seattle, local newspapers celebrated Raleigh as a hometown hero, someone who embodies the Mariners' future. In Philadelphia, Schwarber's milestone was treated as yet another reason to believe this team can compete for a championship. Both cities have embraced their sluggers fully. The timing of these milestones also builds excitement as the season heads deeper. Teams are fighting for playoff spots, every game matters, and milestones add an extra layer of motivation. When stars like Raleigh and Schwarber deliver on the big stage, it injects belief into their fanbases that something special is possible. What makes baseball unique is that milestones like these are never just about the individual. They ripple out to teammates, coaches, fans, and even opposing players. Pitchers may tip their caps out of respect, while rival fans grudgingly acknowledge greatness. It's a shared experience across the sport. Looking ahead, the milestones are stepping stones rather than final destinations. For Raleigh, the question becomes, how quickly can he get to 200? For Schwarber, the chase for 400 now begins, and eventually, whispers about 500 will grow louder. These achievements spark new goals, new dreams, and new chapters in their careers. The Mariners and Phillies are lucky to have these sluggers anchoring their lineups. Both teams rely heavily on their power bats, and milestones like these only strengthen their leadership roles. They aren't just players, they're symbols of what their franchises stand for. Fans across the league, even those without direct ties to Seattle or Philadelphia, appreciate these moments. Baseball is a sport where greatness is celebrated universally. Opposing fans may not cheer in the moment, but they respect the accomplishment, because they know how difficult it is to reach these heights. As we step back and reflect, this week will be remembered as one of those rare times when baseball gave us double history. 2 players, 2 milestones, 2 celebrations, all within days of each other. It's a reminder that baseball's magic lies not just in one game or one swing, but in the way it constantly writes new chapters. Cal Raleigh and Kyle Schwarber both showed us why we love this sport. They reminded us that behind every swing is years of preparation, behind every milestone is a story of perseverance, and behind every cheer from the crowd is a shared love for the game. In the end, baseball fans everywhere win when moments like this happen. Whether you wear a Mariners cap, a Phillies jersey, or simply love the game itself, watching history unfold is a gift. And this week, Raleigh and Schwarber delivered that gift in spectacular fashion. Their milestones will be replayed in highlights for years to come, but the true impact lies in the inspiration they gave to millions. These were not just home runs, they were statements of greatness, etched into the history books of Major League Baseball forever. And as fans, we can't help but look forward to what comes next. Because if this week taught us anything, it's that the story of baseball is far from finished.